All right, should we write some music?
Yeah, she says it so like it's so simple.
Yeah.
Hey, write a hit song.
Ever wonder how your favorite celebrities live?
You say zebra, I say zebra. Let's call the whole thing off.
Now we're getting the keys and unlocking these jaw-dropping secrets inside the most incredible celebrity homes in America. I'm Andrea Boehlke. Come join me. This is Celebrity Homes Unlocked. I am in Palm Springs, California. I'm about to meet up with Jonathan Bennett and his fiancé, Jaymes Vaughan. Jonathan is a TV host and an actor. You might remember him from the iconic movie Mean Girls. And Jaymes is a TV host and a designer. He actually designed the interior of this home. So let's go see what they're up to. Hello!
Hi!
Oh my gosh.
Happy to see you,
Thanks
my love.
for having me.
Hi. So good to see you. Thanks for coming over.
Of course. What's this little guy's name?
This is Brad. He dressed up for you.
Yes.
Very excited to see you.
Hi.
Don't let the face fool you.
Wow, so stoic.
Welcome to Palm Springs, Andrea.
Your place is beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome to Mai Tai Manor.
Mai Tai Manor.
That's what we
Wait,
call
I
it.
just found out everyone in Palm Springs names their home. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing here. So of course we had to get in on it. And this is our own little slice of 1970s in the desert. Everything is meant to be, is this new? Is this old? I can't tell. Is it original to the house or did you just add it? That's the vibe you should get as you walk around.
I'm feeling the vibe. And you designed this interior.
I did do a little bit of, my work in here, a little bit of my magic, so I'm excited to show it to you.
Okay, well let's pretend that I just woke up here at Mai Tai Manor. What does your day, how does it start?
Wow.
Jonathan's day starts with coffee.
This is the Jonathan Bennett coffee experience.
Wow.
We have all of the coffee you need.
Wait, how much caffeine do you want? Do you want like my level of energy or Jonathan's
I
level?
want this
Mine.
level.
Yes!
Okay,
Yes! All right, we're doing
yes,
it.
what do you say?
Great. Okay, we have 3 coffees. I'm your barista, Jake. How's it going? Come on in. Let's go.
I love
All right,
it.
Andrea.
All right, thank
Here's
you.
your coffee. Mai Tai Manor coffee.
All right, well let's go sit over here, let's chat, because I want to catch up with you guys.
Let's go.
Now that I'm fully caffeinated, I wanted to sit down for a proper catch up with the boys before getting the full house tour.
Hi, baby. Like, we'll be right here? We'll be right here?
I
Okay.
have to hold it while he chooses it.
Come on.
There's so much to talk about. Why did you choose Palm Springs?
We'd always wanted to go to Palm Springs and spend time. So there was a chance when we got to come and stay at this house actually. And when we got here, we just fell in love with the home because a friend of ours owned it. We just fell in love with the home and fell in love with Palm Springs. And the more we thought about it, the more it just felt like home to us. So we decided to just make the move and have a fun home here that is kind of our getaway from everything. And that's another reason why Palm Springs exists in the first place is because back in the 20s and the 30s when, an actor or an actress, one of the big studio stars could have their career crushed with, an extramarital affair or, being gay, like something scandalous could, ruin their career overnight. They picked Palm Springs to come to because a lot of the tabloid reporters, the tabloids would only cover their expenses 100 miles away from Los Angeles. Palm Springs is 107 miles from LA, which is why stars like Greta Garbo, Frank Sinatra, John Wayne would all come here back in the day because it was a way kind of for them to escape. It wasn't perfect, but it was an escape from LA. It was an escape from Hollywood. And when we came here, we felt the same. The more we hung out here and spent time, we just fell in love with it. And we said, this feels like our hometown. Like this feels like our hometown. So we made it our hometown.
How can you not fall in love with it when you go and you walk around and everything is still so in its 50s, 60s, 70s element? It just feels like you've stepped into a different world. It feels like you've stepped back in time. And it's not far from Hollywood. We're 2 hours away, but it feels like you're a whole world away.
Yeah, and you brought that vibe into this home. I did not know until today, which is crazy, that you're a designer. Yeah. I always just knew you as a TV host, always interviewing celebrities, and then you actually have this amazing skill set with design. So you designed the interior of this house.
Yes, so this house, as you could tell when you walked up, first of all, thank you very much for the compliment, that was very nice. With this house, when you first walk up, you get the whole 70s vibe, right? Like the stone, it feels very Brady Bunch. So we decided our theme of this house would be Brady Bunch Goes to Hawaii, because a lot of people in Palm Springs do the other aesthetic I really like in Palm Springs, which is a lot of white with maybe one pop of one color, like a teal or a pink, and a lot of desert landscape, cactus, and that's a super cool vibe. So we were like, how can we make ours different? Well, because this one already had grass out front, we were like, let's really lean into the whole vibe of a lot of greenery, a lot of Hawaii Polynesian influence. We have a book, Tiki Pop, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like this really was our inspiration for this house. So we decided, our friend that we bought the house from had upgraded the kitchen to be really modern and sleek. And so we decided, let's play off of that. Let's keep elements of modern, but then let's make a lot of places in the house feel like they're from the 70s. So when you look at like this wall here that I put in, you can't tell if it's original to the house or if someone just added it. The tile in the kitchen, you can't tell if it's original to the house or if someone just added it. It's all new stuff, but it all looks 70s. The rug, we wanted something that looks like it's from a hotel lobby in the 70s. Very much that, but actually from a modern rug website. The sofas, which the way I found it, remember I Googled, as but 70s sectional but comfortable. And all their stuff has this like 70s vibe to it. So it's all very much like you walk in and you're like, is this from the 70s or is this new? And that's what our whole intention was with this house.
Yeah, I would love to take a walk around the house and look at the details.
Let's
Can
do
we
it.
that?
The theme is color.
Okay.
Let's go tour Mai Tai Manor, shall we?
Palm Springs has such an incredible history, and I can't wait to hear how Jaymes manifested the legacy and style of this unique area in the design of the home. All right, let's just start here. I love these pieces right on this table.
Thank you for loving these pieces, because we had
These are
someone
our favorites.
We had somebody photograph the home and they took them out, and I was so heartbroken. I was like, these are my favorite things, because in Palm Springs you can do kitschy stuff. You can get away with the wacky stuff because that's the fun of Palm Springs, and that's what we went all in on this house.
Yeah, we want to make sure that when you walk in our house, you know that it's Jonathan and James's house. You know, everything is a little bit kitschy and a little bit elevated, so it's not your traditional Palm Springs vibe. It's got like its own almost flair to it.
Yeah, where do you get something like this?
This is literally my favorite thing in the house.
Other than me.
Besides my baby and the dog. So my third favorite thing in the house.
And
is
Andrea,
this
your
piece.
fourth favorite.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a pot for plants, but instead we put the TV remotes in it, and it just looks really cool. And it just gives it that vibe of 70s, a little kitschy, and not everything has to be expensive. That's the best thing to remember. Not everything's got to be high dollar.
If there's something James is really good at, it's shopping on a budget. I am not good at that. That is my downfall. But James always is able to take rooms and transform them into these amazing spaces while still staying on budget. You know?
Well, because that's Jonathan's thing. He'll be like, oh, I really like this. And I'm like, great, now let me find the affordable version of that.
The one things I did buy for the house that I'm obsessed with are the island statues that are outside in the front yard and the backyard. Those were not cheap, but you needed them. Just immediately lets people know the vibe in here. You know, we have this great island vibe that's gonna happen when you walk through the doors, and we put it in the backyard as well.
I love it. All right, let's keep exploring.
Let's go.
Love this entryway. So talk to me about the inspiration behind it.
Oh, well.
Show her the thing I'll let you pick out for the house.
So this is one of my favorite pieces in the house. It's from a local artist, Nat Reed, and it actually captures everything we wanted our house to be. It's got, you know, the island flair. It's got Palm Springs cheeky with the Marilyn Monroe dress. It's got the pink golf cart. It's just such a statement piece, and we wanted that when you walk in the house.
Well, and it's cool because Nat actually passed away a couple years ago, so his stuff, like, people really want to get a hold of. But he takes these iconic moments in history, like the Maryland moment, and he turns them into these islandy Palm Springs pieces. They're really cool and actually set the tone. If you look, these are the colors used in the house, all based off of this piece, which is our whole little like moment. If you like just kind of step back and look at it, it should feel like you're stepping back in time from the minute you walk in. So that's why everything looks like it's very period. This is a little bit more islandy, so everything encompasses that. And you notice that Palm Springs houses a lot of them are smaller because they're mid-century, so there's not a ton of square footage. So you got to utilize the square footage where you can. So that's why we make the moment here. And then when you come over here, you're actually in the dining area, but we use the clear chairs, so it doesn't take up as much space to the eye. So you feel like there's more space here. And then you set this whole area apart by putting in a fixture that says, okay, this is your dining space, this is your entry space.
But it's literally like 2 feet away from each other. But Jaymes does such a great job when designing the house of keeping the different areas separate. So you have these functional areas and they're all kind of mapped out for your eye in the house.
But what I will tell you, I thought I would not like having less square footage, and now that we have less square footage, it is my favorite thing. I don't know if it's just because like we're getting older or what it is, but I'm like, I don't have to go far to get anywhere. Great, I'm in the dining room. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh!
I mean, this
Wait,
is.
I have a better one. Keep going.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on.
So this is very cool, but this is not how we saw the cover. So the Knot actually sent a guy to our door with a package
With this.
that had this inside for us to see the cover for the first time.
Wow.
And it's probably my favorite picture of us
guys
ever
look
in the
great.
entire world.
It's so cool. Like being the first gay couple on the cover of The Knot means so much to us. Not just because it's really cool for us and our relationship, but what it means for the community. A cover filled with 2 men who are in love, filled with joy and pride. It means so much to so many people. We're so proud to be a part of it, and we're so happy that The Knot picked us and we got to do this.
Well, I'm very happy for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank
Where
you.
do you put
very
that
much.
thing now?
I'm gonna put it in this room. Let's go. Come on, let's go this way.
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
look at the rest of
Let's
the
show
house.
the rest of the
What
house.
do you do with a giant picture like that?
All right, tell me about this room.
So this is the room we call the bunk room, and we have these cool mid-century curtains to give you that like funkiness to it. This really funky art on the wall. We have this awesome bedside table that keeps the whole island theme going through the house. But what we love are these simple beds that are just 2 twin beds, because we have so many people come and visit, and we have so many people that are single that are our friends that want to come, or people with kids. And the best way that people don't realize to cram as many people in the house as you can is, instead of having a queen bed in every one of your guest rooms, put 2 twins, because it just makes it more of a, I don't know, we call it the bunk room, right? Like they get to sleep in the bunk rooms, have them shack up in there. So it's a really great way to just keep it simple and have more people be able to stay and enjoy this house that we built.
Yeah, and truly, this is all the space you need.
That's all you need. You're gonna.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, Andrea. Good night. All right. This is where you sleep. Good night. Good night. She's going to bed.
I love it.
This is your room when you come.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, Andrea, before you decide that you want to stay in that room, come here, I want to show you something. This is the room you want to stay in when you come to visit because of this right here.
This is really nice.
So we call this one the pool room because obviously your view is of the pool. We kept everything really clean and simple. It's a lot of white in here because we want your focus to be out here in the yard, because this is your own private oasis when you come here.
Yeah.
When you come here, you don't gotta see us when you come here. You can just open your doors, head out to the pool, enjoy your time in the sun, come back in, your bathroom's attached, and you never even got to see.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey.
Hi, baby.
Oh, were you talking about how beautiful I was? Oh,
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're talking about how perfect you are and how perfect this view is.
Stop it. It is a good view,
Can you
right?
imagine waking up like this every morning?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's incredible. The mountains there, the trees. I guess I live here now.
Yeah.
This is right. We've
guess
officially
you live
renamed
here.
it the Boehlke Suite.
Yes. All right. Bathroom.
This is your bathroom for when you come to stay here. And this is one of my favorite things I bought for the house. It's my soap dispenser. Look what it says.
You know what you touched.
So yeah, it's up to you. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. This is so cool too. Check out this mirror. It lights up.
Yeah.
So that way when you're
nice.
getting your fresh beat on in the morning.
And you know what's cool about this space is that it reminds me of the bathroom I grew up in. We were always like, oh, Mom, please change that tile. It's hideous. And then now I have it and there's something warm about it. Then I'm like, oh, wait, it's like the tile in Mom's bathroom. I kind of like it.
Okay, these are the coolest lamps I've ever seen.
You're welcome, Andrea.
Wait, did you pick them out?
Did Jonathan pick them
Did
out?
Jonathan pick these out? Come on.
These are the kind of things you can do in Palm Springs. That's why I love Palm Springs. Where else could you have flamingo lamps with pink bulbs? Palm Springs.
I like the tree.
Oh yeah, there's a very fun story with this tree. First of all, I have a very bad track record when it comes to plants in the house. I kill them all. So I decided in Palm Springs, we're only doing fake plants. But again, I like to find the more economical purchase. So I decided to get this off OfferUp. And it looked great in the pictures. It looks very realistic. And I got it, and I didn't realize when I purchased it from the man I purchased it from, it was sitting outside. And I realized why it was sitting outside. Because the minute I got it home, it smelled like the tree itself was actually smoking a cigarette.
It smelled like an ashtray.
And we could not get rid of the smell, but I did not want to pay full price for one of these. So I took it outside, used a whole thing of Febreze on it.
No, I used a whole thing of Febreze on it.
I used a whole thing on.
We used
So we used two whole things of Febreze on it.
it.
And it sat outside for like a month, just in the sun, trying to like bake away the smell and get the Febreze locked in on it. I finally ended up having to repot it, take out everything from the bottom, and put it in, and now it smells great. And it looks great.
Well, you have such an adorable home. You did such a great job designing it. You did too.
Thank you.
It seems like you have like the perfect Palm Springs life here. Do you have to pinch yourself?
We do. Every morning we have to pinch ourselves. When we wake up, we go outside and we sit in my favorite spot and we have coffee and we look out and we have to remember, wow, we are really lucky in this. We live in a vacation where our house is an oasis and it's where people would pay to come on vacation. And we wake up every day here and we got to pinch ourselves for that. I want to go show you my favorite spot where we wake up.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, before we go outside, gotta mention this phone wall. It's pretty epic.
It was here when we bought the house from our friend James, and we just had to leave it because so many people love it. And obviously, you know, James and I love a good Instagram moment.
Well, this is Jonathan's spot that every time one of his girls from Hallmark comes
Yes.
over the house, they take photos here. Danica took pictures here.
Rachel
took pictures
Boston,
here.
yeah.
They always do the same photo shoot. Wait, you guys should do the same photo shoot.
Oh my gosh, we should do it right now. Hold on.
I
Andrea,
got it.
go around,
Okay,
around.
okay.
Come on, get your phone. Get up here.
Oh, I don't have my phone with me. Does
Jump
someone
up.
have a
I got
phone?
it.
We have
This
a
is-
phone.
Okay.
Get
So
up.
wait, what do I do? I jump up here?
The
Okay, like this.
quintessential
Oh,
Instagram.
okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Now I hand you this. You know that here it's desperation calling. You're in the desperation, and you hand me
Hi.
yours. That green one.
This one.
Yep. Oh, what's that? Opportunity? Thanks. Opportunity's calling, and then we
All right,
smile.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, firing away, 1, 2, 3, and one more, 1, 2, 3. Yep, done. See?
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, we're
Oh, that is
so
very cute.
Yeah, that's why we
So
kept it,
cute.
because everybody wants to take a picture here
Love
when
it.
they come.
Yeah, and it's just something you don't see every day.
All right.
Oh wait, you know what's calling right now? The backyard. Let's go take a look.
Let's go. Perfect.
Please.
Okay, Andrea, this is the best part of the house, the backyard. And this is where I sit every morning. Come, you have to get the full experience.
Okay.
You sit here, put your little feet up there.
Wait, I want you to feel it authentically. So this is,
Oh.
this is where we have our coffee. So
Oh, yeah, this
take
is
your
the
coffee
coffee
back.
moment, okay.
You can have the empty one because no more caffeine for you.
Oh man!
And I will sit right here.
Come on, Brad.
You sit here,
Oh.
have your coffee,
Come on. There
and
you
take
go.
it in.
Wow. Favorite part about this backyard space?
I love the fact that we have 4 mature palm trees because A, those aren't cheap and we could probably never afford 4 mature palm trees. So I'm glad they came with the house. But I really do think it's our view. What was so funny is when we moved in, all of these trees were really full and thick, and then they had to cut them because of the power lines. So after we moved in, once they cut all the trees in the neighbors' houses, we literally opened up and got this giant mountain view that we didn't know we were gonna have. Really cool.
We're very fortunate. You know what's funny? He talks about the power lines. Power lines are a thing that when we first got here, I was like, oh, power lines, like they're such an eyesore to me. And then you start to appreciate that they're part of the charm of Palm Springs because it does take you back and make you feel like you're in the 50s or 60s. And now I look at the power lines and I'm like, yeah, Palm Springs.
Wait, did you
I'm
just
okay with
say that we're allowed to show the power lines?
No, I didn't say we're allowed to show the power lines. It's still this very special thing when it comes to the aesthetic of how the power lines make me feel when I look out. So I'm not saying I want the power lines featured because I want the greenery featured, but when you see them in the distance, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I like that you have a
You know what?
positive spin to it.
Exactly. Oh, hold on. Dorothy! There's a tornado coming. Dorothy! Dorothy!
So we get some winds in Palm Springs as well, which I really like because it makes me feel like I'm on vacation. It feels like
Right.
a resort when the wind comes through and you hear the palm trees.
Right.
My favorite part of the backyard, because we've talked about how I have such a not green thumb inside, I feel like outside I do okay. Let me show you.
Okay.
So the whole goal of this backyard is we want it to be like an oasis, a very private oasis. So we planted all these ficus trees all the way around, and so they're going all the way around the yard, and they're obviously not the height we want them to be yet. So when I come out in the morning, because I appreciate the fact that they are growing and thriving, this is where I have my coffee. I take my coffee and I walk around, and I tell my trees how good they're doing.
Aww.
And have a look. You're supposed to talk to your plants, right?
Yeah.
Talk to them, they'll grow a little better. And I feel like they're responding and listening really well. They've been growing fast. So I take the full perimeter and I walk and I go through and I pick up all the dog's toys and I just have my moment of me and the plants, and it's the most relaxing thing for me.
Do you actually do that every morning?
Every morning, and this one looks at me like I'm crazy. But are they not growing better now?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fertilizer. Has nothing to do with the fertilizer,
It's
just
the sweet
you talking
things I'm
to them.
saying to it.
I love this backyard, but I really want to go in that jacuzzi.
Okay, we can do that, but before we get in the jacuzzi, we have to go up to the Cole Hotel because we got to do a little bit of work on our new company, Outbound, which is an LGBTQ plus travel company. We're having a launch event at the Cole, and we got to work on the drinks. So, you want to go help us work on the drinks?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Another hallmark of Palm Springs are the vibrant hotels and resorts dotted along Palm Canyon Drive. The Cole Hotel is where Jonathan and Jaymes are planning their big launch party, and I'm excited to check out this iconic local spot.
We have the event coming up, and their awesome bartender, Kevin, has made a specialty cocktail for each of the regions that we're going to be visiting on Outbound Travel.
Because Outbound is all about bucket list destinations, places that are just wow when you think about them. So we've got like the Mekong River, we've got the Greek Isles, the Douro River, we're doing the Adriatic Sea, we're doing a cruise that's Berlin Pride down to Amsterdam Pride, the total bucket list, right? So we're getting drinks that correspond with each of those made here, so when people come to the launch party, each drink kind of takes them to the places that they'll be visiting with Outbound.
I love that. This is a big project for you two.
It is.
Why did you want to launch it?
Well, I think for us, we really started with our wedding and realized we wanted to showcase the places where our community is safe and celebrated. Not just safe to be here, but you're celebrated to be here. And then in the travel space, because we love traveling, you're like, well, where do you go for that? Where is the thing for people like us that want to see the world? We want to check off all these bucket list destinations, and we want to know that wherever we are, I can hold my partner's hand, I can give my partner a kiss. I know that I'm in a safe space. So we're like, why don't we create the space where we're safe and celebrated? So Outbound was born, and we completely take over every ship, every resort, whatever it is. It's a full charter. So it's our staff, it's our team. We're there for every single one of them. And it's a space where LGBTQ, everybody in the community, it's for you. Every age, every race, every identity, whoever you are, like this is your space to come be yourself, and let's go see the world.
I love that.
So I think we should start with the Mekong River. Let's see what cocktail Kevin's made for that.
Okay.
You are the official taste tester.
Would love that, bro. I am
it's
willing.
a very important job. Okay, wow, look at that.
Beautiful. The flowers.
And this is to celebrate going on our Mekong River cruise, which is so awesome. You get to see Vietnam, Cambodia, Angkor Wat, all the different places. What do you think?
Oh, that's really good.
Does it take you there?
Yes.
Can you see yourself on the Mekong River?
The Mekong
On the
River.
river.
Picture you're with Outbound Travel and all your best LGBTQ plus friends, and you're floating down the Mekong River. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. This is the best day of my
Have
life.
another sip. Does it get better? Does it get even better?
You got some
Everyone's
edible flower.
Everyone's now cheering. I had one of the flowers. My first edible flower.
How are you on Survivor 10,000 times and you've never eaten a flower?
There's not really, wait, there's not edible flowers on Survivor. It's like
On Amazing Race there was.
But you know where they are? At the Cole Hotel in Palm Springs.
Well, there were probably flowers or plants that you could eat, but I didn't want to take a risk and just, you know.
God, yeah, on Amazing Race it is kind of picked out for you.
Yeah.
Eat this.
Try that.
Oh, okay, I will.
Eat
Hold
it.
on. My first
Just do
edible
it.
flower.
Eat a. What's it taste like? Chicken?
Oh, that does taste like what you would think a flower would taste like.
This is the
Mykonos
Mykonos lemonade
lemonade.
to celebrate Outbound Travel's trip to Mykonos this November to the 1st to the 7th. What does it taste like?
Oh, that's, I mean, I'm such a dum-dum with like explaining drinks. I'm like, refreshing.
You're like, delicious!
It looks refreshing though.
No, it is. What did you put in here again?
So you're gonna get that little bit of like a black licorice sour.
That's what I'm tasting. I'm tasting the licorice. I'm usually not a big licorice fan, but in this, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm on a cliff in Greece. I'm looking out. There's some partying going on. I'm probably gonna join them a little later, but right now I'm relaxing with my friends.
Yeah.
My good friends.
You know.
Yeah. Kevin, thank you so much. Thank you for making these drinks. I can't wait for everyone to try them at the event to celebrate Outbound Travel. Come on, let's go ride bikes.
All right, let's go. As the sun is starting to lower over Palm Springs, bike riding in the desert feels like a dream with these two. I'm starting to wonder how this day could get any better. If I was going to embrace full Hollywood glamour in Palm Springs, I couldn't let the day pass me by without a golden hour photo shoot. Okay, the perfect way to end the day is with a photo shoot and, you know, a reflector held by a handsome man.
I got you. Make sure you look good in our house always. Here we go. Killing it, killing it, killing it.
This is the life. Is this how every day ends for you two?
Yeah, we usually end up coming in the hot tub during sunset, finishing up our work and just relaxing.
I had the best day. Thanks for having me here. Got to tour your home, got to catch up. We went bike riding. Did a lot.
We went to the Cole Hotel.
There's always something to do here in Palm Springs.
Yes.
So you are welcome back anytime. In fact, your room is just right there. So go ahead and you don't even got to leave. Just unpack your bags and start calling this place home.
All right, I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you guys very shortly.
Yeah,
now that I live here.
Yeah, we'll
see you inside.
See you in the morning.
That's a wrap on Palm Springs. Though I'm reluctant to leave, I now know my way around, at least on a bike, and even have my own room. It won't be too long before I'm back.
All right, well, we gotta go to bed. Bye.